Hey there, everybody, and welcome. We have another live range day studio, another live range day segment here at Airgun Expo 21. And before we get started, I'm talking about this great airgun we've got from Utah Airguns. Let's talk about our main sponsors. First of all, we have gateway to airguns.org and also Airguns of Arizona. Without these guys, this wouldn't happen. This whole event wouldn't have taken place. And we also need to thank all of our other sponsors, one of which is Utah Airguns. And we've already taken a look at one of their guns, which was really awesome. What was that called? The Katran?
Katran.
I'm going to get the name right potentially. But Travis, this is another one, again, from the same folks, the AirMaks. AirMaks, okay. AirMaks and...
Out of the Czech Republic. Yes, this is the Caiman X bullpup.
I was going to say, the reason I'm sitting here is I'm going to be shooting this because Travis is convinced that if I shoot enough bullpups, I will convert.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give this another shot. I'll say I've done a little sighting in, and so far it might be looking promising for Travis. Just saying. So tell me about what I got here.
All right. So we got the AirMaks out of the Czech Republic again. This comes to us from Utah Airguns. This is the Caiman X. There are two versions of the Caiman, the standard and the X. The X is the longer, more powerful version.
This is the longer version?
Yeah, this is the longer, more powerful version.
Okay.
And then the standard came in, which is shorter and lower power. So this has the longer barrel, higher regulator set pressure. This gun features a 285cc integrated tube that's regulated, a two-stage adjustable trigger, rotary magazine, Picatinny rail on top. It uses a probe fill. I think we got it over here somewhere. Comes in from the side, and your fill pressure is right up here in bar. It also has the moderator that has the sections that can be adjusted.
Has the same type of moderator. You could take the pieces. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can add more or take some out. They're about ½ inch long sections. They're baffles, all alloy construction. Plus it has a 1/2-20. So if you want to add just your own moderator, let's say you want to take out all of their sections, scoot this all the way back to here, and then add a Donnie FL or whatever moderator you have.
That's pretty cool.
To it. So it's got a lot of nice features. The magazine is a little...
It's a tiny little
thing. And the reason it's small is because if you put a really tall magazine in the back, then it lifts your cheek rest up, and now your scope height is really high above your bore, and that's really terrible for short range shooting.
I want to kind of show everybody what a bullpup does. It's not just a short gun. The barrel that we're feeding the pellets into is all the way back here.
Right.
Okay, so the whole idea of a bullpup is normally all of this would be way forward in front of the trigger.
And then to make it short, the barrel would have to be really short, and then you would suffer from power loss
and potentially accuracy.
Yeah, accuracy, noise level would go up. Efficiency would go down, you would get less shots, all of those things.
So by taking the whole thing and sliding it back here, you keep the barrel length, you keep the power
up.
And what happens is now you have the cocking and shooting systems, which are up here. They're driven by linkages that then run the stuff
That's
back
correct.
here.
And this cocking system is reversible. It can be put on the other side.
Actually, I will tell you that I am right-handed. Well, duh. But I'm right-handed. But I actually like having the cocking lever on the left.
I'm the same way on a bench. I like it on the left.
Even in the field, that way I'm never off my grip is never removed. I'm always on it, and I'm always on the trigger, so I can cock and fire without having to take my hand off the trigger. Yeah. Personally, I think that's cool that you could do it either way. I have some other bullpups that have the same idea where you can move the cocking lever from one side to the other. It's kind of cool.
Did you mention what caliber it is?
This one is in 22. And by the way, the butt pad does adjust up and down as well.
Yeah.
So you can get this really comfortable.
I'll tell you that the weight is
6 3/4 pounds.
It's not real heavy, but it's not too light either.
It's not light, it's not heavy, it's right in between.
Just right, yeah.
It's right in between. But you know, with the bullpup, they're so short and you got all the weight right between your hands up close. Even if it was 8 pounds, it still wouldn't feel that heavy. I find that in bullpups.
I'll say that is one of the advantages of bullpups, even though I keep telling people I struggle with them. But the weight, as far as just the weight of the gun, having it more centered to your body is far better. This one, is not as, the center of gravity issue I normally have has not been a problem. I think that's twofold. One, they put a really nice scope on here that's very lightweight.
Right.
And then we're using this Accutech mount, which takes all the rock out, man. There's none of this going on at all.
And another feature too, a lot of bullpups, the magazine well is a lot higher than this one. This one has a sweep down away from the rail, so it allows you to have a good cheek weld without having the scope really high up.
Yep.
So, you know, anytime you raise the center line of the scope way above the barrel line, when you start getting the close shots up close, you start having problems with guesstimation.
Did you want to put this over the crony just for a
Yeah,
couple
let's
shots?
throw it over the crony.
I'm going to leave this, we're all out,
Yeah,
unloaded.
both mags are out. It's not cocked.
I am going to,
Do you want me to set it right here in front?
I just, you know, I'm right at the gong right now. If I shot right now, I'd hit the gong.
Yeah, that looks
That's
good.
fine. No, that's fine. Just tilt it down, maybe just a little, just a hair.
Tilt this way?
No, towards me. Oh, too far up, just a hair. That'll be fine. That'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, so the magazine.
Goes in the right side.
We uncock it. I'll turn safety on. Slide it in. Is that magnetic? Or does just, no,
It just has a
detent?
ball detent.
Yep. Okay.
It's,
just felt
it's very
really,
positive, huh?
yeah, exactly. It felt very solid. Nope.
No, we're
I'm
just
just
gonna
going to shoot over the
chronograph
chronograph.
You got the safety on.
Thank you.
.860.
That is really, for like a 22, if you just want super precision, that's not a bad velocity.
And it's the heavies.
Yeah, 18.
And we don't have this cranked up. This is kind of turned down for us today. It can be adjusted up a lot higher.
Okay. I'm actually hitting the 100-yard gong.
Shoot, you know what? We just
Oh, you know, hold on. We just filled it up.
we just filled it up. I was
And
about
so
to
we
say.
were off the yeah. So now
So we need to take 2 or 3 shots.
now we're back where we're at 951 now.
I've only got this turned in about a third of the way on the adjuster.
Oh gosh, I would love to shoot.
We're
this
like
on
920.
Paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
929. Yeah.
Yes,
we're right in
right
there.
there. All right.
But hold on. Let me take everything out. Safe. Go.
Okay.
Yes.
Question in the chat. Do you think you'll be a bullpup fan?
It's kind of like asking Travis if he'll be a brake barrel fan, isn't it?
No, look, I am a fan of something that shoots really well and that's comfortable to shoot. The problem I've had is that up until recently, all the bullpups I've fired have not been comfortable to shoot. I've fired a couple now that are beginning to change that. And this one is really comfortable. I don't know if that's due to just the way they've designed it.
The ergonomics?
Yeah, because most bullpups, this has to be so high, I really struggle. I get a crick in my neck, it's just uncomfortable. This one, because it slopes down, and it continues to sort of give this downward slope.
Yeah, it's got a downward slope.
It's more comfortable. It feels more like a traditional rifle to me than a bullpup in the way I'm able to shoulder it. So.
Yeah, AirMaks, like I said in the last review, you know, they're the engineers from Airgun Technology who make the Vulcan. So these guys have been in the field a long time. Are you going for the target?
I am. I think let's go ahead and shoot some groups.
Yeah, I'll just keep blabbing.
All right, so we're going to shoot, we're at 50 yards, or we're 50 or 40 yards?
45 yards.
Okay, so 45 yards. We got a nice dust devil coming right across the range.
Yeah, and that's why I moved it up, because something's happening down on the end that keeps blowing.
Yeah, we're blowing right to left a little bit, so
Yeah.
we brought it in since it is a 22. All right, so we're at 45 yards. I really don't think the wind's going to hurt us too bad today.
No, it's definitely better than it has been.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, get yourself comfortable. That's a key when you're shooting any kind of air rifle. Make sure you're comfortable.
There's the wind.
You know, I see people sitting there cricking their necks and they're trying to force themselves into shooting at something. You really have to get your body in a position that's neutral, very neutral.
Okay, so I am right on the orange.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. The center, the orange of the bull, this big shooting sea. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
And it looks like there's one dead center in that
left,
bowl.
Left, yeah, just a, like
Hair
to the
left
right.
of dead center?
hair right at dead center.
Yeah, right.
And that's another one in the same hole.
Yeah, these AirMaks guns are super incredibly accurate, and they use that CZ barrel that everyone, well, including myself, love. Like I said in the past, I've never shot a gun with a CZ barrel that didn't shoot like a laser. And
Going in the same hole?
yeah, it's just that accurate. Hold on, we got a big gust coming through. Yeah, it's just that accurate. If the wind's not in play and you're
See, the
doing,
wind pushed that. I wanted to see what happened with the wind. It'll
Yeah.
push it.
and you're doing your part, this'll lay it in the same hole all day long.
Yep, the wind's just pushing left.
Yeah, see, you can see this pushing me the whole. Yeah, we got a message. Might have to judge for the wind now.
Just
huh?
have to check
Yep.
when this is on. Okay. I think. Let's see.
There you go.
Yes, this is on. Okay. Question. I've shot powder bullpup rifles and the triggers are very heavy or rough due to the linkages and how they operate, and just overall less than ideal for my needs. The air-style bullpups, are air-style bullpups similar, or do they have a good trigger just like an Origin, etc.?
That is a fantastic question, and that depends on the maker of the bullpup. Some bullpups have hideous triggers, just
Yep,
like you mentioned,
Just like you had, just like
that
you said.
are very disconnected from the action of the gun. A really good bullpup, a high-end bullpup, has about as good a trigger as a regular rifle.
If it's built right,
If it's built right. And this one, by the way, is built right.
if it's built right, you should not be able to tell the difference.
That's right. You shouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I would imagine that this one's been set up for maybe hunting or sporting,
yeah,
because the trigger is incredibly smooth and definitely well connected to the mechanism.
but a little heavier
It
than
is a little heavier than, say, I'd probably maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe, but it is an adjustable system. So if
Yeah,
you
you
wanted
put
to
it where
take
you want.
that out, yeah, you could. But I would say, Travis, with a little bit of wind kicking up, 22, I'll take that.
Yeah, I can see that. That's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
That's a kill shot on anything, even a mouse. But yeah, it's an incredibly accurate gun. And I don't know if they can hear it over there, but it's really quiet.
It's very quiet.
And I've got only a few of the baffles on here.
I'm thinking that most of what we're hearing is really the twing.
The ping, yeah.
Twing.
It's got a little bit of a ping sound,
Yeah.
but the muzzle report is next to nothing.
Yeah. I'm wondering
Backyard friendly for sure.
if we should try that quadrant target at 100 yards.
You know what? This is too easy really in here at the
Yeah.
45-yard target. This gun just is kind of boring to shoot at that distance. It's just that accurate. So yeah, let's take some shots there at the 100-yard marker. And that's the windiest part of the range
Yeah,
too,
it
down
is.
there. So that's where all the wind comes up over the berm and down. So you gotta do a little.
Just give us a minute to get the camera.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you gotta really do your part and watch the wind down there.
I'm going to load this mag up. Mag's very, very easy to load.
Yeah.
You just drop it in.
No
and spin it.
windows to twist around, no pushing the pellet in backwards
No.
on the first one. None of that goofiness. It just drop it in and turn it, drop it in and turn it. It's really simple. It's the Caiman and the Katran, both from AirMaks, are totally different guns. I mean, they're not similar in almost any way. The magazines are totally different. The shooting platform's totally different. One's bottle fed, one has a tube, one's a bullpup, one's a carbine, I guess we'd call it. Yeah, so they give you a good mix up there, AirMaks does. And they're from, of course, Utah Airguns. And thank you, Justin Jacobson, for sending this stuff for us to test here at the Airgun Expo 21. We really appreciate it. The scope, by the way, too. This Athlon Talos scope. This is the first time Rick ever shot through one. I used to have
It
one.
is impressive.
It is a really, really nice scope.
It's got so many nice, visible,
Hashes
very
and
clearly-
half hashes, a lot of them, which is important when you're shooting an air rifle because measuring drop or windage It's much more important than a powder burner.
It's first focal plane, which is my favorite.
Same here.
And it's got just so many nice aim points, but the first focal plane on some scopes, and really all the scopes we've shot this week that have been first focal plane have been exceptional.
Yeah, they sent the best for us.
Yeah, they did. But if you get into a first focal plane, a cheap one, a lot of times when you zoom all the way in, your crosshairs are like 2x4s. This is not that. And if I zoom all the way out, it's still clear. At least for me, I can see it.
And not with my bad vision, even when I'm zoomed all the way in, the crosshairs aren't tiny where I can't see them. That's a problem too. So they're still super visible. And the scope is tiny. It's a really, really small scope. Yes, this would be good on a lot of guns, especially bullpups and carbines, because it's so compact. And it has a lighted reticle.
I'm going to take just a guess.
Wild,
but
aim, guess.
Yeah, and I'm going to aim 4 mils, 4 mils high.
And probably right, because the wind's moving right to left.
So I'm going to use 1 mil right and 4 up.
Holy moly.
A little too far right.
Barely. I mean, like a 1/4 inch from the 1 inch
Okay, now here's
target.
the cool thing about this scope. I've got 1/4 mil marks on each mil line. So I can come back a 1/4 mil.
Yeah, it's a great scope. In fact, Justin, I'm going to be ordering the scope again. I had it on a gun that I sold, and the guy wanted it in the package deal, so I need to order this scope again to put on my bullpup. Oh, same spot.
And the wind died down, so I can aim dead at 4.
Dead nuts, huh? That target is 100 yards away, and it's beautiful.
I'm gonna have to bracket that whole
Yeah, it's 4x4, and the swinger in the middle is 1 inch. So to hit that swinger out there,
oh come on.
You're dancing all around that little 1 inch circle. To hit it from here is, oh man, you're doing some good shooting though. Justin said the other day he was shooting this at 125 yards, and he made a very consistent 1.5 inch pattern.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's incredibly accurate.
I got one left, I think.
Yeah, it has, and it's regulated, has a CZ barrel. Yeah, you're just peppering it. But
oh, I got one left.
One
It's
left.
that last one.
Yeah.
The last magic pellet.
Yeah.
Ah!
He did it again!
Oh, that's so satisfying.
See how if you take your time and you breathe, and the gun will do it for you almost.
It's all in the follow through. If I've learned anything this week, and dude, guys, look, I shoot a lot of air guns, and I shoot a lot. And I've gotten, you know what I've learned at the higher end guns, man, they can perform, but you cannot get sloppy.
You can't get sloppy, especially at distance.
I'm so used to like being satisfied with 1.5 inches at 50 or 3 inches at 100 because, well, most of the guns I'm shooting, that's sort of what they do.
Right.
So I'm not having to be just as refined, but these things, if you do your part, and for me, it's all about the follow. That last shot, I just held it, and I kind of changed my grip a little bit and got the bottom end of that trigger and just gently rolled it in and just held that sight picture as dead still as I could until I actually saw the impact, and it drilled right through that center. And I've learned a lot this week, guys. Don't ever think you know it all, because you don't.
Everybody learns something every day. I learned a lot this week.
I have learned a lot
That's
about
for darn sure.
air gunning, and this, I like it. I like this a lot.
Yeah, why don't you pick that baby up? I'm going to pull it off the bipod, Rick.
Okay.
I want you to just shoulder it so you can show people about the size it is once you stand there in front. And
Okay.
yeah, so it's pretty compact, huh?
Yeah, now I
And
need
this
to-
is the
now I
big
need to
one.
shoot
This
it.
is the large one.
You're going to shoot it at 100 yards?
No.
Freehand?
I'm gonna shoot the gong. You want to try it freehand at 100?
No, try to hit that gong.
Are you doing the gong or
No, no.
100 yards?
Oh, there you go.
target gone?
I'm shooting the target at 100. Yep, I'm too unsteady. I'm not going to do any more.
You're asking a lot to freehand a 100-yard target at.
Whew, I'm too fat. What? Oh, I've probably hit the 50, but we're just want to let this sit and go home on a really positive note that I smacked that little 1-inch spinner.
Yep, that's the AirMaks
Yeah.
Caiman X in
Yeah.
22 from Utah Airguns. Magnificent little gun, well built, built in the Czech Republic, of course by AirMaks.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Hey,
very,
and
very
this
cool gun.
this gun, by the way, is under $1,500.
Oh, cool.
Spell the name.
CAIMAN-X.
Well, I guess that's it.
That's it. What more can you say? It shoots sweet. It
very
looks
nice gun.
sweet.
And sent to us and set up by Utah Airguns.
Yeah, and that's the thing at Utah Airguns. They specialize in setting guns up, so you can call them. They'll match you with the gun you need, the scope you need, the ammo you need, and they do a lot of customization too. So
Cool.
give
All
them
right,
a
guys,
call.
let's go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys for watching. We've got at least one more, maybe a bonus.
Maybe a bonus.
Maybe a bonus. We have a question. Yes.
Are you guys going to be filming tomorrow? I know you said you're going to be filming tomorrow. Are you doing it live, or are you going to be doing it for reviews and
Tomorrow,
things for later?
if we do filming, and we are planning, both Angie and I are hoping to do some filming tomorrow. That filming will be for our related channels, so Airgun Angie, Airgun Web, and so forth. You're going to have, what's that? Backyard shooting. Thank you, Angie. So this is a big backyard, and you can do some shooting. But it'll be for our related channels, and that will be coming out a little bit later. But we've got a truck full of goodies here, and we're going to make the most of that. So definitely want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, Gateway to Airguns, Airguns of Arizona, and this segment, again, sponsored by Utah Airguns. Look them up, www.utahairguns.com. And let's not forget Predator International. Joe went home.
He's on the road. We're sad to see him go.
But he'll be with us tonight at the roundtable wrap-up.
And at the round table, we're going to have the new owner
of JSAR.
of Jefferson State Air Rifles.
Right, let's get moving on, guys. We will see you later. Check back with us here in a little bit. We're going to have another live segment coming up. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.